Ohio Governor John Kasich not hiding how important New Hampshire is to his campaign. And two new endorsements from influential newspapers in New England, the Concord Monitor in New Hampshire, and now the Boston Globe. And the Globe saying, quote, by voting for Kasich, New Hampshire can reward a candidate whose politics have been largely positive and rebuke those candidates who have spent their campaign appealing to voters' fears and biases, end quote. I spoke with the Ohio governor a few moments ago and asked him what this endorsement does for him and his campaign.
Well, I'm really honored by it. I mean, that's an incredible newspaper, and to receive their endorsement, it's a big deal to me personally. It's a significant achievement in my career to have a newspaper of that kind of stature that has seen fit to endorse me. We also received some other good news here. The Concord Monitor, which is another very significant newspaper in New Hampshire, also came out and endorsed me today. And look, when things go well like that, you kind of want to ride low in the saddle, as one old mentor of mine once said. I'm very, very grateful and humbled by the support that's coming our way, but we still have a long way to go till the primary, and we're going to do the best we can.
Let me just interject here. What is your thinking? Because you have practically lived in New Hampshire, but not so much in Iowa. And if you bomb in Iowa on Monday, don't you think that has an impact on your performance in New Hampshire?
Well, Bill, I guess that's yet to be seen. I would love to have spent more time in Iowa, but I didn't get in the race till July, and there's only one of me to go around, and my wife's very happy that there's only one. But look, I've done things in Iowa. We are on the ground in South Carolina. We have somebody on the ground in Nevada. We are on the ballots of well over 30 states. We'll end up being in all the states. I just talked to a state senator in Louisiana who's signed up, and we think he'll be our chairperson there. I've got Trent Lott in Mississippi. We have a lot of people that are just kind of waiting to see what happens, who are willing to jump in.
Okay, all right.
Now,
that
Bill,
may be the case.
I can't tell you what will happen as a result of Iowa to New Hampshire, but I'm doing the best I can. And you know what? Running a very positive campaign, fighting against so much of the negative tone that we see, and I'm just happy with how we've done.
And it might make sense for the Globe to endorse you. Many would argue that's a liberal opinion page, and your position on immigration here, your position on taking federal money in Medicare, by way of Obamacare, I should say. I mean, that's kind of the thing they like in the Northeast, do they not?
Well, Bill, Ronald Reagan expanded Medicaid 5 times. And we have controlled our Medicaid program to one of the lowest growing programs in all of America. And we're able to treat the mentally ill and the drug addicted. And I believe conservatism means that people ought to have an opportunity to get on their feet and live their God-given purpose. To me, opportunity is what conservatism is. And I can't remember the other issue you brought up.
It was about immigration.
I don't support. Well, I mean, look, is it a radical? Is it some kind of a liberal idea to think we aren't going to go into people's homes and deport 11.5 million? I mean, I'm not giving them a path to citizenship if I win, but a path to legalization. The country's right there on that.
Yeah, and I know where your position is.
The fact is that we are battling in some respects for what it means to be a conservative, but when you've cut taxes more than any other governor, when you're running surpluses, we got a report last Friday that in Ohio, since I've been governor, we're up over 400,000 jobs. Our credit is strong and our pensions are strong. And I'm very much for school choice. So when people say that kind of stuff, I think what the Globe appreciates is the fact that everybody has an opportunity to rise in this country, and I believe that firmly, and people can call me whatever they want. Okay. But that's right along the lines of somebody like Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, the Globe said this about Donald Trump: his bigotry is toxic. You think Trump's a bigot?
But Bill, I'm not going to answer a question like that. Here's what I will tell you. Throughout the history of this country, we've seen movements that have been negative. Anti-immigration, anti-Catholic, anti-Irish, anti-Jewish. We saw the Red Scare. Look, I live on the sunny side of the street, and I believe we have serious problems in this country. But I think the problems can be solved. They're not that difficult. There's only one thing that stands in the way, and that's people. If we can get people to rise and think of themselves as Americans before anything else, we'll get this country moving again.
All right, we'll see you in Des Moines on Thursday. Thank you, Governor. John Kasich, Manchester, New Hampshire.
All right,
the
Bill.
engines
Thank
are
you.
revving behind you. Thank you, Governor. Be well.